it do what it do. Let it do what it do, what it do.
I'm definitely face of boxing. Absolutely.
They up the level, I'm gonna up the level with them every time.
I mean what I say, lines only put.
Charlo just dropped moving with that sweeping right and goes down face first. It's over.
All right. What's going on, everybody? Man, oh man, welcome back. Welcome back to another edition of The Morning After. You got your boy right here, Kqc, and of course, the young G. Yes, sir, Knockout Boxing, 86 TV. What's going on, Knockout?
Oh man, I'm chilling. How you doing, OG? I'm good, ready to talk some boxing. We had the fights last night. We had the Tank and Frank press conference. I've been watching the Tank Davis and Frank Martin interviews after that. So much to cover, man. So much to cover.
Yeah.
So you know, I'm with it. And I also see a lot of Devin Haney fans on the Frank Martin bandwagon all of a sudden.
Oh yeah, of course.
I see a lot of Devin Haney fans over there rooting for old Frankie Frank. Okay,
Oh yeah.
You think I don't see you? Go ahead, then.
Yeah.
Go ahead, switch
All right. That's all right,
yeah,
though.
man. I'm doing good, man. I'm ready to talk this boxing, man. I'm doing good.
All right.
Just,
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and see who
funny,
all in
man.
the field. Oh, go ahead.
Support your guy, man. You can't go to a new. You can't try to go to a. Come on.
Mm-hmm. And the only thing about it is, I just hate that Devin Haney fans. Before I get to the roll call, all right, Devin Haney fans, listen. Devin is not a baby. Stop treating him like a baby. I always get comments, and they always say, "Why you hating on that kid? Why you hating on the kid? He's not a kid. He's 25 years of age." Then you got Bill talking about they try to kill my baby. He is not a kid. Wow, man, what is going on here? What's wrong with y'all? Man, let's see who all in the building, all right? Yes, sir, let's see who all up in here. All right, let's see, we're going to start from the top, baby. Yes, sir, we got all things is up in here. We got Black All Day is up in here. Oh, we got my brother from another good mother in here. We got Chi-Town Finest, baby. All right. Yes, sir. We got Realistic Washington Fam is up in here. What's going on? Oh, we got Casino Live Press. It's up in here. Oh, we got the post game. Yes, sir. Man, glad to see you again, brother. All right. Glad you was in the chat last night and glad you subscribed. All right. Appreciate you. All right. We got King D. It's up in here. We got Terry W up in here. We got Boss Dog is up in here. All right. What's going on, Gary Shaw? What's going on, G? How you feel? All right. We got a Spanard. What's going on, man? Yes, sir. Puerto Rico, stand up. All right. Yes, sir. Big Block. All right. Yes, sir, man. Tito Trinidad was my favorite fighter back in the day. All right. Yes, sir. We got Fight Game. It's up in here. What's going on, Fight Game? All right, Big Block, yes, sir. And we got Avenue Boy Jr. 83. It's up in here. All right, on the ab, baby, on the ab. Yes, sir. Hey, Zoo M is up in here. And we got my man Andre Nobles. It's up in here. All right. And yes, sir, we got my man Big Dog Willie. He's up in here, baby. All right. He's in that super chat also. Yes, sir. He said Bill Haney said that Devin is probably most resilient boxer since Marvin Hagler. The type of PED that Ryan took would kill a regular human being. No, Ryan was on he was on a poor man's PED, they call it. All right. But anyway, we got Legacy Defiant. And appreciate that Big Dog Willie in that super chat. All right. Legacy Defiant is up in here. All right. Dre Noble is up in here. Brian King is up in here. Oh, yes, sir. We got Albert Daltrey is up in here. in the building. Boxing is in here. All right. Let's see who else. All right. Brian King Falcone. It's up in here. And we got Otis the Great is up in here. And we got my man Cedric Battles is up in here. I hope he put that board on that back door because he's the last one who came in. All right. Man, let's get to it, baby. Let's get to it. Some boxing talk. We had some great boxing this weekend. We got some great boxing coming next weekend. Knockout. We're talking about Lomachenko. And yes, sir. And George Cambosa, baby. Wake up. Yes, sir. And we got
early on Monday morning or Tuesday morning, whatever day that is, you got Monster Anyway. Monster Anyway about to fight in a day or two.
That's right. Him and
so
Neary.
It's a ton of boxing, man. Yeah, him and Luis Neary. It's a ton of boxing. So yeah, I'm excited for it, man. So what do you want to start with, man? Let's talk about I saw Jesus Ramos. Did you watch the prelims yesterday?
Yes, I did.
Jesus Ramos got the knockout over Johan Gonzalez, man. I thought Jesus Ramos put on a pretty good performance. What did you think of that fight?
Well, I think Ramos, he's gotten better. I remember seeing Ramos a long time ago. He had what I call the basics. All right, it's like the basic of a fighter. Now he's he used to stand wide-legged. Now he don't have that wide-legged stance like he used to have. But now he's more bigger, stronger, and more fundamentally sound now. Of course, that comes with experience. And now experience is the best teacher. And now Ramos, he's looking pretty good. I think he got a bad rap with that Erickson Lubin fight, but still in all, he still looked good last night. Of course, he stayed on that jab last night. And like I say, the size make a difference. It seems like he's fighting better now. It seems like that he's not as drained or fighting like he drained. But I like it. I like what he did last night. As a matter of fact, it wasn't a bad card for him, and I'm talking about the prelims. So that was great. I like it. I like it a lot, man.
Nice. Yeah, for me, I like that he stayed behind his jab. I like the body work. He always goes to the body well. And I think in the Erickson Lubin fight, although I felt like Ramos won the fight and I thought they made the wrong decision, I do think he went away from his body attack and attacking both levels. In this fight, he didn't do that. So he looked very good offensively. His defense was sharp. And he broke this guy down, man, and stopped him late. Did a very, very good job. So he looks like he can be a player at 154 pounds. When you think about the next generation, right? When you think about, Keith Thurman's on his way out the sport. Bud Crawford will be on his way out the sport soon. Earl Spence, Danny Garcia, and Sean Porter already retired. So when you think about the next generation, you think about Jesus Ramos, Xander Zayas, Jerron Boots Ennis, Virgil Ortiz, Stanionis, who was later up on the card. So I think he's definitely going to be a player, man. He's definitely going to be a player with these young guys because of how hard he punches, because of the pro style that he has, and because he's so big and so strong. He's a really big 154-pound fighter. So, and he's trained by his daddy, Jesus Ramos, who also trained. I'm Jesus Ramos Sr., who also trained Jesus' uncle, Abel Ramos. So he just comes from a fighting family. And I like it, man. I like his performance yesterday. So we'll see how it continues and how he moves forward and progresses in the sport. But a good performance against a very, very hard puncher. And Johan Gonzalez, the guy had 33 knockouts and 34 victories. So to be able to break him down like that, I thought was very impressive. So I can't wait to see what's next from him, man. I thought it was a good performance for sure.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yes, sir. Like I say, it's a whole different Ramos was in there last night. He used to, I don't know, that wide stance he used to have and getting down real small and
he didn't do that shit. He kept his shit shoulder width apart, had good balance. Yeah, he wasn't on that. You know what I mean? He learned some shit. So we'll see how he does moving forward. But yeah, it was a good performance. I want to see him, fight somebody that can put him on the main card. The other guy, and we can talk about him real quick. I would like to see a matchup between Jesus Ramos and the other guy that was fighting. They call him White Chocolate, Vito Mielnicki. He beat Ronald Cruz. They fight in the same division. So while we already on the prelims, man, what you think about that fight? Vito Mielnicki, White Chocolate is what they call What
Yeah.
do you think of his performance against Ronald Cruz?
Listen, I've been watching Vito. He's still young. He
Yep.
was only 21, but I've been watching him for like 2 years, and he got the fans behind him. He's the hometown guy. They
Yep.
love him. So now he's maturing now. He's evolving into a good fighter now. He's evolving into a better fighter, and I like what he did yesterday. And he's bigger now. He's filling in as a man. He getting his man strength, they call it, right? So I like what he was doing yesterday. I like the power. I like how he worked behind the jab. I think he's gonna be a man. He's gonna be a formidable opponent, and I can see him getting bigger one more time, maybe a little bit bigger, and and pretty much kind of cut it off right there. Don't get over no weight, but still, I think the good weight for him yesterday was okay. So I liked the fight yesterday. I came in at the pretty much tail end of it, but what I did see, I liked. So I'm good with him. I'm good with him, man, and I can't wait to see him in action again. And him and Ramos, man, that would be a good fight, man. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good fight. Vito, he did some good things. He fights well behind his jab. He's pretty good at mid range. When they started fighting on the inside, though, he took a lot of unnecessary shots. I think he needs to work on his inside game, specifically defensively. The hooks are there, the uppercuts are there on the inside for him. But he's a little easy to hit still. He can be a little he can be a little easy to hit, and as he steps up in competition, he looks he looks like he could be, cannon fodder for the top guys, the food for the top guys if he doesn't continue to improve. So I like the improvement. Ronald Cruz was a game opponent, but Vito Mielnicki landed the cleaner shots and got the job done. But he got to work on his inside game because sooner or later he's not going to be able to box and dictate stuff. Guys are going to be more athletic than him. Guys are going to be faster than him. So he's going to have to learn how to use his skills and use his brain to put himself in position to be successful. Otherwise, he runs the risk of getting ran over by a stronger, bigger, more athletic fighter. But I thought he put on a good performance, and they keep him. You know what? One thing I do want to say that I noticed, OG, about Vito Mielnicki, when I was looking at his record and studying for the predictions or whatever, they move him like top rank move they fighters. That boy been active.
Yeah.
Always active. That man fought like 4-5 times in 2022, 4-5 times in 2023. They keep him active. So Premier Boxing Champions gets a bad rap for not keeping a lot of their fighters active, which is 100% true. But he one of the fighters that they really trying to press and really trying to promote because his ass be active nonstop. He always in the goddamn ring. So I think that's good. That's why we're seeing the improvement for him. He was on a 4-fight knockout streak. His knockout streak ended. So we'll see if he can start a new streak or if they're gonna eventually start moving him up. Because like you said, he young. He only 21 years old, but at some point, like it's time to step up the competition and let's see what the young man got. You know what I mean? So we'll see. But I thought he put on a pretty good performance. He just got to work on his defense, man.
Yes, sir. And I hope he stay active because, like you say, PBC fighters is not very active, and I think that's because they got a big stable. Like I said last night, PBC got a large stable, and it's hard to keep all these guys fighting. But it can be done with help. But and venues, but how many venues you got? So how much money do you got? I mean, it takes money to fight. And one thing about it, they got like what 100 some fighters, 200 some fighters, something like that. So sometimes you gotta work with who you think is gonna bring the dollars in. So and they definitely is going for the younger Vito right now, the younger Ramos. So man, I like it. I like it. I ain't looking at no color or anything like that. I'm looking at the best fighter. All right, the best fighter. Please stand up. That's how I look at it. All right, we got Big Dog Willie in the super chat. All right, he said the Haney cult is about to get Frank Martin KO'd. PSA. Yes, sir. If the Haney cult support your favorite fighter, they are doomed for failure. The Haney Cult is an evil and dangerous organization. Be careful. Be careful. Okay, okay, Big Dog Willie. All right, appreciate your comment, man. All right, appreciate that love. Always. All right, yes, sir. All right, yes, sir. Let's keep it moving, baby.
All right. So one thing I want to talk about, and we're gonna be talking about Tank and Frank and Tank Davis pretty much in between all these fights all morning. One
Oh
thing
yeah,
I've noticed, man, Clarissa Shields, man, the GWOAT,
yeah.
the,
What's
the
up with her? Man,
she on Tank Davis ass, she on his helmet, Paul.
right.
She is
Yeah.
she is going at that boy, man. She do not like him. So she posted his mom earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And then she posted another picture of Frank Martin saying she hoped Frank Martin beat the hell out this woman beater, and Gervonta Davis. What's
Mm-hmm.
going on there, man? Why is Clarissa Shields? why is she on the Tank Davis assault, man? What's up with her? What's going down?
Oh well, her and Alicia Baumgartner, they've been going at it, and the first thing that Clarissa does is drug cheat, yeah, drug cheat, right? But then Gervonta Davis came out and said, "Look at Ryan, I'm gonna tell you, man. I don't think he did it. All right, because he had clean drops, this and that. And next thing he win. He beat the hell out of Ryan. And then next thing you know, Victor Conte, who is best friends with the Haneys, he was giving you that Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn, he talked about Eddie Hearn, with who promotes Clarissa Shields sometimes. And then of course, there go Eddie Hearn saying, he let Conor Ben fight and he got banned from that country, but he let Conor Ben fight over here with PEDs. So I'm gonna give Ryan the benefit of the doubt because something ain't right here, right? So Tank is pretty much is pointing out the conspiracy theory, I guess, or he's saying, listen, no matter what, Devin was right there in range of that left hook all night. And he said Ryan looked worse than he did that night than PEDs if he was on it. He said he was out of breath. He was fighting in spurts. And, he was catching Ryan with left hooks. And then he'd take a round off, fight round, take a round off. So he was pretty much taking up for Ryan. And I don't think she
Mhm.
liked that. So she going for his helmet. She
I
going
think
for
it's because he called her ass ugly and called her Joanna, man.
yeah, that too.
I think that's what it is. So I agree with everything you said. My thing is this though. He did
Mhm.
call her ugly. He did call her Joanna, man. He did insult her. But she
Mhm.
called him a midget. She didn't call that man a midget and all kinds. She had short jokes for days.
Right.
He had
I
short jokes for days and been doing this shit for years. So I don't understand the problem. Like they never really got along. They never really liked
never
each
did.
other. I just and I find it funny that the moment that everybody know he got a conference coming up with Frank Martin, now she
Mhm.
tweeting at him and shit again. Like, come on, man. And
Right.
then she's trying to bring his mom into it. Like, whose side you think his mama gonna choose, Clarissa? Who
Right.
like real talk? Like when it comes to Clarissa and Baumgartner, everybody know I'm on Clarissa's side. But with this shit right here, like, why you bringing his mama into it? Like his mama gonna pick him. His
Exactly.
mama gonna pick him. And she said, now Gervonta, remember the strength and grace of our mothers, the strong black women who raised us. Stop right there. Stop. She literally making herself look like a fool because anybody that knows his story
Right.
knows that him and how he grew up. Like you wouldn't say that our
Right.
mothers
I'm
raised
about
us.
to
Like
say
what are
that.
you doing? Like all of that copping and shit. Like learn who you talking about for you talk about some shit. Because
There you
his,
go.
him and his mama didn't have the relationship you and your mother seem to have. So
There you go.
it
Yep.
is what it is. And Rolo put it in the chat, and I said it on Thursday night. She been picking everybody to beat him.
Yep.
She picks
Yep.
everyone to beat him, but she want him to like her or show her some sort of respect. Like, come on, she know how it is when people pick her to lose or people say something about her. She ready to pop off. So, I think it's petty. I think it needs to stop because obviously they man and woman, they can't never fight. So just stop it already, man. You came at him. You thought y'all were cool. You thought you could say something. But clearly, the man has a memory like an elephant. He remember everything you said about him in the past. So he took a shot back at you. And let's just move on. Just move on from the shit, man. Because this shit is not a good look. It's starting to make her look real clout chasery,
Yeah.
real clout chasery. And I don't like that look on her. She's the GOAT. She's accomplished things in the sport of women's boxing that nobody else can have accomplished. So I like to maintain that conversation and talk about who she fighting next and and all of that stuff than her beef with a man. She always first is Keith Thurman, and then now it's Tank Davis. She always, you know what I'm saying? And then you can't say nothing. You can't say nothing about what a man has accomplished without her saying, "I did it first." You in a different sport, Clarissa. Like if somebody be like Bud Crawford, the first person to be 2-time undisputed in the 4-belt era. You know what I mean? Oh no, I did it first. Don't forget about the GOAT. You a different sport. We don't compare women's basketball. Like if somebody say LeBron James is the all-time leading scorer in basketball, you don't see the woman leading scorer being like, no, don't forget about me. I'm the all-time. Like, come on, man, you in a different sport. They talking about men's boxing. They ain't talking about you. So yeah, I love the GOAT. I think she's a phenomenal fighter, obviously, but sometimes she can be a little too. I can't find the right word. She's just always meddling and always making sure that you don't forget about her. Like when we talk men's boxing, we're not talking about women's boxing. When we talk about women's boxing, we're not talking about men's boxing. Like all that should be extra to me, man. So that's what I think of kind of where she's at currently. But her and Tank, like that should have never happened. All this feuding and stuff going below the belt. So what, he think you ugly? It's some men in this chat, and I'm sure it's some men in the world that don't think you ugly. You know what I mean? But so what, he think you ugly? Why does what he think of you hurt your feelings so much to where you wanna go on the whole tirade? It is what it is, man. Like people clown that man all the time, and she's one of them. So when he clown back, people play the victim. I ain't fucking with it at all, bro.
Yeah, I like Clarissa Shields. I like the accomplishments that she's done. And see, I always try to compare these fighters that had a lot of success to Andre Ward. I like how Andre Ward is businesslike. He's a no-nonsense, successful, retired fighter. Now, I know some people say maybe he's, sit on the fence or this or that, but he has a right to. He has a right to his opinion. But as he carries himself out in the social media and this and that, you don't see none of that from Andre Ward. You might see that from Floyd here and there, but not Andre Ward. Andre Ward always carries himself like a businessman, always professional, and he got a great backstory too, so I like it. So Clarissa, you gotta stop it with Alicia. You gotta stop it with Devontae Davis, and other fighters. So I mean, we see you. Put it that way, we see you. Okay, so that's all I got on that knockout. Yeah.
Already. All right. So another fight as they started the pay-per-view card last night. They started off with Imonta Stanionis and Gabriel Mastery fighting for Imonta Stanionis' secondary WBA 147-pound title. Obviously, the winner of this fight in all likelihood is going to become the true WBA champion, with Terence Crawford moving up to 154 pounds. But before I even talk about that, this shit just made me think of something. Why are these sanctioning bodies letting him keep his belts at 147 and holding up the fucking division? Before we even talk about the fight, why he announced his fight with Israel Madrimov at 154 pounds? They fighting in August. How long are they gonna let this motherfucker keep all his belts?
That's what I'm saying. He's fighting at 154, not 47, and he's fighting for a 154 title. So he's gonna have a title at 147 and 154 at the same time. So hey, you're going to do like you did Jamel. Because y'all did Jamel. Jamel went up to what was that, 168?
Yep.
And he had a title down there, and they stripped him soon. He stepped in the ring.
They started stripping his ass left and right.
Yeah, man. They stripped him naked.
Again, bro. Like, and I said this shit about Jamel Charlo fans didn't like it. I said this shit when every time I say this shit about Devin Haney fans didn't like it. When these fighters decide to move up, take their fucking belts, but put them in a position to where, hey, Terrence, look, bro, you moving to 154?
Right.
Good luck up there. We're going to put you in recess, or we're going to do whatever to where if you decide you want to come back down, whatever belt you want to challenge for, that motherfucker got to fight you. We don't care if he got plans. We don't care what it is, but we got to keep this division moving forward.
Exactly.
We got to keep this division moving forward, and you go do your thing. But if you want to come back, shit, you got the same position that Jamel Charlo is in. They took all his shit, and he coming back down to 154, and he put himself in position to where he get the winner Madrimov and motherfucking in Crawford. He get the winner immediately because he put in his letter, and now he get the winner if he want the winner. So why can't they do the same thing? Why are they allowing fighters to hold up divisions that everyone in this chat, me and you up here on this panel, we know that man ain't coming back to 147. He know he ain't coming back to 147. All of the sanctioning bodies know he ain't coming back to 147. Why he still got them fucking belts, bro?
Man, that's what I'm saying. That's a good question, and I don't know why they see this is the problem sometimes. The problem is it's the governing bodies. They looking suspect to me, favoritism, things like that. And in no way Crawford should be champion in both. No,
like OG. How is he? So he wants to exercise his WBO status against Fundora and fucking and Fundora for the WBO, right?
Mm-hmm.
How is he exercising his WBO status, but you letting him keep the lower weight class belt at the same time? How that shit make sense? So he's exercising his status to move up and challenge for the WBO belt at 154, right, but you letting him keep the belt at 147 too.
Right?
How that work?
Yeah.
How you get to do that, bro?
That's what I'm saying, because you're using that status to go up to get a championship fight.
Crazy,
at least that's what I thought. So now Booth's got to wait on him to drop that belt. Let's just say, he want to go undisputed or whatever, but he might. I don't know how long he gonna hold it, but he holding it a long time. A long time. They stripped him of one belt.
He fought Earl Spence in July of 2023.
Right.
It's been almost a year. He announced his fight in August 2 weeks ago. Let's say they wanted to wait till he officially made his decision. Once they officially announced that he's fighting Israel Madrimov, which is a very good fight, at 154 pounds for the WBA title, they should have started making moves to say, okay, well, you fighting at 154. And then look at his history. You fighting at 154. You've been fighting one time a year anyway. We got to do something with these belts, bro. We can't let you just hold on to these shit, man. We can't just let you, like, why do people get to hold up the weight class and shit?
That's the problem we
have.
And
then fight fans are so goddamn fickle. They're so fake to me, to where if it was your favorite fighter being held up from an opportunity, then you want the champion to have to drop their belt so your favorite fighter can get an opportunity. But if your favorite fighter is the champion, then you want them to be patient and let him drop the belt on his own time. Like, there's no fucking consistency, bro. There's no consistency. Like in one instance, if you're a fan of Earl Spence, then you wanted people to have to drop their belt so Earl Spence would get an opportunity. But if you're a fan of Jermell Charlo, you want him to keep his belt so he can do it on his own turn. It should just be one rule, one way for everybody, bro.
Exactly.
Everybody. Like, we should all have our biases, but over all of those biases, you should be biased towards boxing. And the thing for boxing is for the division to move forward if we know that the motherfucker is not planning on coming back, bro. Like it should be clear across the board. It's holding up divisions. It's making people have to wait longer than they should. Like, it's trash, bro. It's absolutely trash. But anyway, that's all I got on that, man. Did you want to talk about it some more?
Yeah, well, I'm like my man John Burke. He said that's why the belts don't matter. Well, the belts do matter because they supposed to put you in position to be a better champion, more money, everything. But the way they doing it is they're trying to straddle two weight classes. They're trying to keep Crawford at 54 and 47. Let it go.
Certain fighters are allowed to keep their options open while other fighters get options eliminated from them. It's just not fair. And that's why what that gentleman said about the belts don't matter. That's why everybody know my stance on that shit, man. Because it's too many times the belts and the rankings, they don't mean shit, bro. You got guys that gotta go up. You got guys that gotta go up to a different weight class so they can actually have an opportunity to be a world champion, because they know the current world champion ain't gonna fight them. He was just fighting last night. His name is Canelo Alvarez. David Benavidez and David Morrell, they got to move up to 175 because they'll never get a shot at a title opportunity as long as he's champion, because he's not forced to behave like a champion. The WBA ain't about to make him fight David Morrell, even though David Morrell is his mandatory. The WBC damn show wasn't about to make him fight David Benavidez, even though David Benavidez is his mandatory. So these fighters gotta move. They gotta move up because the champion is a hoe.
Right.
Or they gotta move up, or they gotta sit there and wait because the champion say they don't bring nothing to the table. But you watch that same champion fight other number one contenders over and over and over again if they don't feel like it's a threat to them. If they feel like that number one contender, that mandatory person ain't a threat, then they'll fight his ass. If that mandatory's name is John Ryder, or that mandatory's name is Mean Machine, or that mandatory's name is motherfucking fucking shit, I can't Avni Yildirim, then they fight him. But if that mandatory name is Jerome Boots Ennis, or that mandatory's name is David Morrell or David Benavidez, now they don't bring shit to the table, man. Get the fuck out of my face, bro. Like this shit, like it's just all bad. And if you say anything other than that, then you either don't believe in your favorite fighter, or you just gonna argue whatever is in their favor, whatever can make them keep winning, whatever can make them shine. You gonna argue that shit because you love them more than you love the sport of boxing. Not me, bro. Fight your mandatories, unify the belts, or get the fuck out the way, man.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all, bro.
Yeah. So David Benavidez been waiting 3 years?
Yeah. He been waiting. He been waiting for 3 years. David Morrell been the WBA regular champion for 2 or 3 years. And they both are moving up to 175 because Canelo ain't finna fight them. He ain't giving them no opportunity, and motherfuckers is just okay with it. Crazy, bro. And then guess what? Guess what you starting to hear? Guess what you starting to hear, OG? David Morrell and David Benavidez just need to fight each other. Well, they just need to fight each other, and then Canelo can fight the winner. It's the same shit, man. It's the same shit over and over and over and over again, man.
So David Benavidez, he got to move up to 175 in order to make his own lane and chase his own greatness. Besides going for undisputed at 168, even though he's been a mandatory for at least 3 years, but they're not forcing it on Canelo because he said he don't want to fight him. Well, then you don't want to fight him, Canelo. Then we have to strip you, baby. We got to get that back. That's what they should be doing, So. But man, but that's all I got. Clark Bay TV, I got you, baby. Yes, sir. All right, yeah. So
what's up, Clark Bay? All right. So anyway, we started off and we went off on a tangent, but the Monta Stanionis fight, Stanionis versus Gabriel Mastery. What you think of that, man? You think that's going down? You like that fight? How did it look to you?
Man, that was a hell of a fight. Man, I'm telling you right now. Stanionis was off for 2 years. Okay. Now it didn't look like it. But he was. But one thing about it was he was ready last night. Now, I like the way he came in, took his time, and put the pressure on Mastery. Now, Mastery he's a tough hombre, baby. Yes, he is. He is very tough. And one thing about it is that he came through and then he hit Stanionis with some good shots. But Stanionis, he bit down, baby. Man, he bit down and he was hitting with jabs and overhand rights. I'm talking about chopping overhand rights. And I'm talking about them punches with thugging. All right? I mean, he was hitting hard. But got a problem. I got a problem. He could get him out of there. Mastery took his best shot. His best shot for 12 rounds. He still couldn't get him out of there. And Mastery pretty much, as he got hit with a power shot, he came back with the big right hand and came up with the uppercut. He didn't phase him that one time. So that got to show me something. All right? That showed me that he hits, but he don't hit that hard to get you out of there. Or it showed me that Mastery got a damn chin. He got a chin on him. So he ain't easy to fall. So on Stanionis, he looked good. Welcome back. And hopefully he get some more rounds and some more better fights. Now, if Haney want to move up to 147, I'm quite sure he'll welcome him to 147. I guarantee you that. So, yes, sir. But that's all I got on it, man. That was a great fight. I loved it, man. I mean, I think that was the first fight on the card, second fight on the card. Second fight. And that was exciting, man. I mean, it was. And I called the hell out that fight, too, because I loved it. Yes, sir.
I told the channel members, OG, when I did the prediction on this fight and I picked Stanionis by decision, I told him that 2-year layoff. Usually, the 2-year layoff affects you more if you fight with a lot of timing, if you fight with a lot of athleticism, if you're like a counter puncher. But when you fight like Stanionis, coming forward, high guard, using a power jab, fighting on the inside, the layoff is not going to affect you as much because of the way that you fight. You're used to taking shots off the gloves and shit, so you can warm up into the fight. You're used to you let them hit your body a little bit while you're trying to protect your dome and shit, and so you can work your way into a fight relatively easy. And he was able to do that. You couldn't tell that he had a 2-year layoff because he looked like he fought how he always fight. A couple of questions about now Gabriel Mastery. I think he put on a valiant effort, but he can only fight in spurts. He's 37 years old. I don't really see him bouncing back or becoming champion or nothing like that. Eventually, he'll get fed to a young, hungry lion, and he'll be on his way out the sport. But for Stanionis, he's going to end up being the WBA champion. And I got to say, when you look at Barrios, you look at him, you look at Jerome Boutsenis, and then I think I forgot who's in position to be the WBO at 147. I can't think off the top of my head. But you look at those three right there that I know are about to be champions. Stanionis might be probably the lowest one on the totem pole. Like, he's too easy to hit. He doesn't have a whole lot of power, and his style is very basic. So a very basic style. It's not one that's difficult at all to prepare for. He fight how they teach you to fight when you first start fighting. High guard, jab, come forward, hooks to the body, come on the inside. Like, it's basic shit. So when you think of guys with good timing, counter punching, some power, that's big, Santillan. There you go. Santillan's in position to be the WBO. I think Stanionis might be in trouble if he fights like a Jerome Boutsenis or something. I don't know if that's gonna be if that's gonna be good for him. I don't know if that's gonna be good for him. And that's right. He is fighting Brian Norman Jr. I reported that. Yeah, Santillan. Okay, yeah, there we go for the WBO. So yeah, I wasn't overly impressed, but I like how strong he is. I like how tough he is. Another thing about Stanionis OG that's gonna come back to haunt him, I think, is bruise up real easy. I don't know if it's that Lithuanian blood or what it is, but he bruise up and swell up real easy. You go look at his fight with Delorme. You go look at his fight with Butayev. He winning these fights, but you look at his face, you can always tell he been in the fight. Face red, lumped up, swole up. And so I think that's gonna come back to get him. Guys that swell up easy, usually there's gonna come a fight where an eye get closed up or cut get opened up, and now you not only against the fighter in front of you, you against your own body, kind of breaking down on you a little bit. So I expect that to happen to him as he steps up in competition. But we'll see. But I'm not overly impressed with what I saw from Stanionis, man. Not at all, not in the least bit.
So you don't think the power shots? Because I thought they was thugging. I thought he was like hitting with everything. I thought Master had a great.
He loading up and putting everything that he can behind him, and Master's still right there.
Right.
In my opinion, like he loading up on the shots. Like, you can tell he really trying to throw hard, but he ain't getting nobody up out of it. Like, for instance, like, he went the distance with Thomas Delorme, bro. Thomas Delorme got hit by one shot from Boots. He done. Virgil Ortiz hit him with one shot. He done. Terence Crawford, one shot. He done. Emonte Stanionis just ain't got it, man.
Wow. Okay. Shout out to Joseph Jackson. Yeah. Wow, man. Joseph Jackson said, "Man, the conspiracies, I gotta stop." All right. Yes, sir. He's in that cash app. All right. I appreciate you, Joseph Jackson. All right. Yes, sir.
Shout out to Joseph Jackson. He said, 3 possible substances that boy juicing. Oh, I agree. I think Ryan Garcia full of shit, bro. But shout out to you on that cash app. I think Ryan Garcia is full of shit. And y'all already know that he a cheating. And we got a lot of other things to talk about, because we've been talking about Ryan Garcia all week, and I know OG had it as well. But yeah, I don't disagree with you. I think Ryan Garcia does not deserve the benefit of the doubt. He busted weight on purpose. He hasn't provided any proof of anything he's been saying for 3 months. He claimed that somebody touched him when he was a little boy. What happened to that? He claimed that He claimed that he saw some kids getting touched on and people was drinking their blood and all that shit. What happened to that? He ain't put no names on it. And then when he gives his excuse for popping dirty, he says that it's because he took ashwagandha. And again, ashwagandha is a herbal substance that's made from the earth. My wife and I take it. It does not have any man-made substances in it. So he's already lying to y'all. He admitted that he bust weight on purpose to try to get an advantage over Devin Haney. I don't put nothing past his lying ass. So I'm cooking him. And then if I'm wrong, if it turns out that he's cleared, then I'll apologize later. But for right now, I'm cooking your ass for popping dirty. So I ain't trying to hear none of that conspiracy shit, because if it was a conspiracy, why would they let the motherfucker fight?
Well,
If they were going,
I don't believe it.
yeah, but OG, think about it. And I don't want to talk about it too long, but think about it, OG. Like if they were gonna do a conspiracy theory on him, why would they not make one of the tests pop dirty that would keep him from fighting, so he doesn't get to gain millions and millions of dollars, and so he doesn't get an even bigger platform? Why would they allow him to pass all the other drug tests, and then the one that he failed is the one that don't keep him from fighting? That shit don't make no sense. Like if I'm gonna try to block you, I'm gonna block you from getting millions and millions of dollars, and I'm gonna fuck your platform up. I'm not gonna allow you to fight so you can make millions of dollars and gain more followers and have your moment where everybody's looking at you. I'm gonna make you disappear earlier than that. Like this shit just stupid. So I ain't fucking with Ryan whatsoever.
It's a clown show, and like I said, I don't believe in conspiracy theories. It is what it is, and and move on. But I think Devin Haney is gonna have an after effect on this. I think he's gonna be a little bit gun shy now, because he knows how to get knocked down now, how you get hit, So that's what I think. He'd never be the same.
I do want to ask you this though. Devin Haney said he ain't interested in a rematch with Ryan Garcia. What you think of that? You like him not wanting to fight Ryan Garcia? Say he ain't interested in a rematch because he want to take it somewhere else with him. He said he want to take it somewhere else with him, and Ryan tried to kill him in the ring, and it was very dangerous, and so he ain't really interested in a rematch with Ryan Garcia. What you think of that?
Well, I don't blame him, because you don't know the man, popping. See, when you pop dirty, your whole career, your whole fight, every fight you've been in is questionable. That's why when you catch a dirty lawyer, right? He's dirty. He been on the take. Well, all his cases got to go get retried and looked at, right? And that's the same way with Ryan. All right, everything is getting looked at probably. So I don't blame Devin. I don't even want to deal with this dude again because I don't know what he's doing. So I'll go ahead and move on, and that's what he need to do. Rematch him for what? How we know he's on the playing field too after the fight? Or I just I don't blame Devin. Now he did say he might not even fight again. Now I don't know if he was just capping whatever, but I will tell you this: he was on ESPN and he said he fight the best in the world. Kqkc ain't the best in the world. Lomachenko was okay, and they said he won that fight, but he ain't fought nobody. He ain't fought no best in the world. That's how I feel. But but still, it is what it is. When you cheat, you cheat.
Yeah.
There's no room for cheating in sport of boxing.
I personally want Devin Haney to rematch him. Number one, if you want to do something bad to him because of what he did to you, why not do something bad to him where it's fucking legal and where you can get millions and millions of dollars for it? And secondly, I want that heart to come out. I remember what happened to Miguel Cotto and Antonio Margarito in the first fight.
Yeah.
And Miguel Cotto went back and fought his ass and beat his motherfucking ass.
Yeah.
For cheating him like that. So that's what I'm on. That's just me. Like I like Miguel. I like the tact in the approach and the and what Miguel Cotto did, because regardless if Devin Haney likes it, my homie Rolo in the chat, if he likes it or any other Devin Haney fan likes it, regardless of whether or not you like it, there are going to be people that's going to tell you, man, them drugs ain't had shit to do with that. He just beat his ass. Now, I'm not one of those people to tell y'all that, but it's a lot of people that say, man, this shit ain't got nothing to do with him not getting out the way of the left hook. That ain't got nothing to do with his dumbass game plan. That ain't got nothing to do with him trying to knock out a motherfucker that's not a you know what I'm saying? There's not, and you ain't a knockout puncher. That ain't got people that's gonna say that. So that's gonna always be there regardless of what happened with this shit. And I think it's on you. If somebody really tried to take your life like that, if somebody really cheated you like that, man, you go out there and you beat their ass, man. You do what Miguel Cotto did, bro. Sorry, dog. I'm sorry, bro. Like this boxing, this that warrior shit, this that gladiator shit that everybody claim they like and everybody claim they talk about. I seen the motherfucker get cheated and then go right back in there with the person that cheated him and beat his ass 2-3 years later. I ain't even saying immediately. Miguel Cotto had to build himself back up. I think him and Margarito fought in like 2008, and then they fought again in 2011. But he made sure he got his lick back, bro. Go get your lick back and go get millions of dollars and shut all these people up, bro. So that's just me.
That's them want to take it to the street.
That's what I would like to see. Because if it's that serious where you want to take it outside of boxing, then shit, you can do all of that shit without any charges. So you want to risk jail for free. You want to risk prison for free instead of doing the shit where it's legal and the whole world can see it and you can beat his ass and make millions of dollars, man. Go get that shit back, bro.
Yeah.
Go get that shit back. I'm not agreeing or disagreeing with you, Rolo. I just want to see him move like Miguel Cotto move. That's all, bro. That's all I'm saying. I think that would be great. And then do you understand all that face of boxing talk and all of the things that like, bro, that would be a phenomenal moment for the sport of boxing and a phenomenal moment for him and Devin Haney fans and just boxing in general. If he would have climbed up off like that, build himself back up, rematch the motherfucker that cheated him, rematch the person that popped dirty on him, and then go in there and beat his ass. Shit, boy, that's big time, dog. So that's what I would like to see, but that's my personal opinion, OG. I know everybody ain't gonna agree, but I've seen it done before, and I remember that moment, man, when I was watching Miguel Cotto. Boy, I'm screaming at my TV. I'm lit. I had just graduated college. I'm turned up, OG, watching Miguel Cotto and Margarito had already been busted, and Miguel Cotto got back in the ring with him, bro, and fucked his face up and just
man, yeah.
I was like, man, get this motherfucker, get his ass, Cotto. I was lit. I want to be able to. I want to do that. I want to see Devin Haney be able to do something like that. I think that shit'll be fire, man. That's it though. That's all I got.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna get on Devin Haney talk about that, but I wish him all the luck and moving forward. Who's next now?
Man, let's talk about let's talk about the press conference a little bit, man.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Tank Davis and Frank Martin's press conference. What did you think of that, man?
Man, I like it. Okay, I know y'all might think I'm crazy, but I like that energy, man. Yeah. I mean, Frank Martin, in my opinion, I thought he was soft spoken, and kind of laid back, but he was nervous. Now, I don't know, was he nervous because of Tank? Or I don't know, he was nervous because of the big lights, the big stage. I don't know. But when he was talking, he had that, he had that in it. But maybe he just, he's not a talkable guy. He just don't have a lot to say. I have seen him in interviews. He don't have a lot to say. But he proved all his stuff on in the ring. But I like it. I like Tank energy. Tank was getting under his skin. Tank was like, hey, man, but I tell you, that girl you came in here with, and then he's really like, hey. And Tank like, Tank was acting a fool, and Tank is ready. He walked up there ready. He walked up there and got in his face, so man, and Frank wasn't buying it. He wasn't backing down. See, I like both guys. See, that's the thing about it. That's what I'm all caught up about. But I'm more of a Tank Davis fan than a Frank Martin fan. All right. Now, of course, the difference is knockout. Tank been fighting since he was 7. Martin been fighting since he was 15, 16. So, man, but I can't call it right now. I gotta look and see a little bit more. But I like it, knockout. What I saw so far, I liked it.
Yeah, I thought the press conference was very, very interesting. Number one, Tank Davis, his energy was off the charts. You could feel that he's excited to be there, and you could feel that like he really trying to do something to Frank. And Frank Martin, he didn't back down, but I think he should have been a little bit more aggressive. He didn't back down, but I would have liked him every time they interacted, it was Tank stepping to him, bro. Like I wanted Frank to step a little bit. Like you gotta know that he coming up there and he gonna step right to you. I'd like Frank to come halfway across the stage too and step to him. I think that would have sent more of a message other than kind of having your shoulder turned to him and shit. And Tank is talking to you in your face and shit. Every time he was talking to Frank stood his ground. He wasn't scared. You know what I mean? He wasn't scared at all. But I didn't like that he let Tank Davis set the tone. And then when they sat down or when they were getting ready to go around and sit down, and Frank tried to put his hand in his face and Tank slapped that shit down. I'm like, yeah, bro, Tank own one with your ass. He definitely own one with your ass. And then they get to talking and shit. Tank tell him your trainer coming for a check. Frank Martin's main thing was, I'm not these other dudes. And he kept trying to give Tank respect. Like, nah, bro, it's not the time. You gotta match the energy of the room. Talking about, oh, it's gonna be two dogs going at it. Or, I appreciate him for this opportunity. Nah, bro. No, you can't have you can't be on that type of shit, bro. This is a different type of time, bro. And then you could tell, like, Tank even told him, like, shit, I've been to jail. I had my house arrest. I just hate it's gonna have to be you. I got a lot of shit built up. I hate that it's gonna have to be him. So we gonna see, bro. We gonna see. And then after the press conference, Tank went and interrupted his shit, started talking to him and his brother and shit. I'm like, God damn, bro, he on 10. And the crazy thing is, he happy and he calm. And then when they did the final press conference, I mean, the final face-off, when they were getting ready to like show the sparring footage or whatever was going on, Tank turned his back to him. And for anybody that know, like, when you turn your back to somebody while y'all talking shit, that mean that's disrespect. Like, nigga, I'm not even threatened by you. Yo, where my phone at? Let me show him the sparring footage. Where my phone at? Then turn back to him and start talking shit. Tank managed the room, bro. Tank managed the room in that fight. And I ain't saying it as a Tank fan. I'm just saying I think Frank in their next press conference, I don't know when it is. I don't know if they're doing the LA New York thing. I don't think they are for this fight because the fight is only a month away. But when they had their next press conference, I need Frank to turn up. I need him to meet that energy. Yeah. I need him to meet him in the center. Don't just sit there and stand your ground. Go meet him and you go be the aggressor. And I think that'll make for a better press conference. It'll give me more faith that he's gonna really stand on what he's saying. Because right now, to me, it looked like somebody that's just coming to show that he gonna fight, coming to show that he ain't gonna back down. I need to get the feeling from you that you coming to win, bro. I need to get the feeling from you that you coming to step on him. And right now, it just look like you coming to fight and you coming to stand your ground, and that's not gonna be good enough, dog. That is not gonna be good enough. So, but I thought the press conference was phenomenal, bro. I loved it. I loved everything about it, man.
Yeah.
Real talk.
And like you said, Tank, he was happy. Like you said, he got a lot of stuff built up. The house arrest, the jail, and let's not forget that judge. She was on that helmet, so he had a lot built up, and of course, other issues, and he's happy to be back in training camp, and he was happy to be there at a press conference because, like he say, this is my shit. This is my shit. You just a part of it. You just a part of it. And Frank, he stood his ground, but like you say, the energy is not there because he's not that guy like that, right? He's like a Earl Spence. He's kind of laid back, kind of like, only speak, when he need to, that type of, he ain't that rah like Frank Martin brother. Right? Like Tank say, oh, you the one that's real, but he ain't like that. He ain't like that. I think it's crazy, right? But hey, man, it's gonna be an explosive fight on June 15th. And David Benavidez, man, I gotta say something about that knockout.
Hey,
man, and David, man, David, he's ready to go too. He's ready to go at 175. He want to make his own lane. He want to make his own name. He threw with that Canelo. I thought he was gonna step in the ring last night. I heard somebody say something like that, but I said, no, he ain't gonna do that. But one thing about it is that David Benavidez, this is his chance, this is his opportunity to go in there and dominate, because that's all he wants, to be a champion. Canelo's not letting him have that, so he got to move on. And I've been saying that it's time to move on and make your own lane. Leave Canelo, let him stay where he at. And plus, now Canelo is slowing down. We'll talk about that in a little while. But still, David Benavidez, I like it, and Tank like it. Tank didn't know he was that guy. Like Tank say, man, I didn't
They
know
gave
you
each
was
other. They
that
gave each other a lot of. They gave me a lot. They gave each other a lot of respect. Tank Davis and
guy.
David Benavidez. They showed a lot of love to each other.
Yeah. So hey man, I like the press conference. I mean, the kickoff was, man, it was kicking off. Shit, I can't wait to see the next one. But like you
Mhm.
say, I would like to see Frank let Tank know, hey, look, I'm different. Now he said he's different, but you got to show you different.
Yeah, you gotta step to him, bro. You gotta
Yep.
let right now the vibe is I'm gonna show you that I'm here to fight. Like I ain't gonna back down from you. That's not gonna be good enough, bro.
There you
Cause you
go.
gonna find cause when you fighting like that, that means you're not gonna do what you need to do to get the dub, bro. I want Frank to be stepping to Tank, showing that like he bigger than him. Shit, he was muscular than him. Motherfucker, step to that motherfucker. Try to bully
Right.
him. Try to bully him. Try to do something because he bullied your ass, bro. I don't know what else to
Right.
say other than he bullied you. He talked about your girl. Said your coach was just coming for a check. Talking all kind of shit to you, and his only response was, "I'm not them. I'm not them." And his voice was crackling, and he seemed a little nervous. Seemed a little
Yeah.
nervous to me. So, but maybe it was the lights, and he never been in this moment before, and Tank Davis has. So we'll see. The press conference ain't gonna determine who win the fight or no shit like that. But if you just ask me
Right.
who I prefer, who I thought was more comfortable, who I got the vibe from that I felt like he really coming to step on something, I would say that had to be Tank Davis, bro. He looked like he the one that's really like that. And I see a lot of people in the chat saying Frank ain't like that. Frank don't talk. Frank don't do this. He was doing a lot of talking on Twitter. He was
Yeah.
doing a lot. He was doing a lot of talking on Twitter. For instance, he called the man a bitch. He said your ass better be in the gym. He talked a lot of shit. He said it's not gonna go how you think it's gonna go. And then he got in that press conference and he stood his ground. You're gonna have to do more than stand your ground when you're talking like that. You're gonna have to punk him. You're gonna have to show him
Right.
what's up. And I didn't get that vibe. So we'll see. I think the fight's gonna be great though. I think it's gonna be a hell of a fight. So I can't wait to watch it. We got to talk about Mario Barrios though.
Okay, one more thing. Knockout. Yeah, you right. I think the fight is gonna go a little bit different, and of course, I like the energy with Tank. Now, Frank Martin, of course, I would like to see him back up what he say he's gonna do. I don't care if it's on Twitter or whatever. Like Tank say, he tweets a lot because he stay in the house. He ain't got nothing else to do because he don't go
Yeah,
outside because who he is. So he probably get in trouble too. But still, I think this is heading off into a good start. That was just the opening
yeah,
kickoff press conference. So I can't wait to see what's next. And I think this fight is gonna do well. I don't know what Canelo did last night, but I think this fight gonna do well on the pay-per-views and the ticket sales because now the energy is coming from the press conference, and that what makes fights sell. The energy. So, but anyway, that's all I have on it. Okay.
yeah, man. So Mario Barrios and Fabian Maidana, they were the second fight on the pay-per-view. Mario Barrios got the win by decision. He put Maidana down, I believe, in the third round. Again, this is another one of those fights that was for the secondary WBC interim belt. They're waiting on Terence Crawford to drop that WBC, and Mario Barrios will in all likelihood become the welterweight WBC champion. Once that is done, they'll upgrade his belt. What did you think of his performance against
Madonna.
Fabiano Maidana? Yeah, what did you think,
Yeah,
man?
man, Madonna. I'm telling you. First of all, he's like his brother. He can throw some shit. He can throw some bricks, So he was throwing that right brick hand on Barrios, but Barrios walking him down, and Barrios looked real big too last night, and also he looked pretty good too. He looked pretty good cutting off the ring, stepping to him, going to high guard, firing off that jab from the high guard. I mean, then he walking him down. Then Madonna, he got back on that bike. He going from the left, he going to the right. He had a lot of movement last night. But now this is where Barrio had to stick that jab out there. And we all saw in the later rounds that Madonna caught Barrio with a check left hook and swollen that right eye up. And that right eye was starting to close. Slowly but surely, it was closing. Madonna got a lot of strength, but right now he's just not that big like his brother was. He can't go in there and go toe to toe with a guy like Barrio. Cause Barrio got the longer reach. He's a bigger guy at that weight class. So, but Barrio looked good to me. Knockout. I mean, he don't look like the guy that Tank knocked out. He don't look like the guy that Keith Thurman fought. I mean, he looked a totally different fighter. He's not with Virgin Hunter anymore. Who I forgot the name of the trainer he's with now, but he looked good and he was honing in on Madonna. And now he couldn't get him out of there. And see, that's the problem I'm having. When you at that stage in your career, when you have fought the best of the best, you should get that guy out of there. I mean, Fabian Madonna, he's just like his brother. He's nothing big. He's nothing, no big champion. He ain't cleared the whole field out or nothing like that. But he got some power. He got some power. It don't look like it, but he does. But Barrios, man, he cut off the ring and he kept honing in, firing off that jab, popping the head back on Madonna, popping the head back again, throwing that right hand again, throwing that left hand, coming with another straight right. Man, I mean, he was busy. He was busy, and it should have went the distance, but it did. I think the movement stopped him from throwing that right brick hand. He couldn't get Madonna out of there, but of course that lateral movement, he couldn't catch him at a stationary point. So Madonna did the right thing. He kept moving. So that's how I seen him. Yeah.
Already. I thought Barrios' jab looked good. His right hand, he looked strong. He got real good timing. Mario Barrios is nice offensively. He's nice offensively, and the more and more he wins, as a Tank Davis fan, I just smile. I just smile. The better that Barrios looks, and just keeps winning, and Pitbull keeps winning, and I just smile, bro. I just smile and just can't help but understand what that means for Tank's resume. But Barrios looked good in that fight, bro. Like his timing was on point, the jab was on point. He broke Madonna down, and Madonna was game. He was jumping in with some counters and shit.
Yeah.
And he was clocking Barrios. He closed Barrios' eye up. Shit, he was clocking his ass. But Barrios, he takes a really good punch and he's good offensively. And like I said, if you tell me he's fighting Stanionis, I'm edging Barrios right now. I like Barrios a little bit better as a fighter than I do Stanionis. But I think that's a great fight. It could be a unification fight. I think it's one they need to look into making next. And I think it's a really easy fight to make. But I thought he was good against Madonna. Madonna is a good fighter, but he was fighting in spurts. He wasn't busy enough. He allowed Barrios to control the mid range and be in the ring and be in the center of the ring, I should say, and just dictate the tempo. And so that's why he was able to get the decision. Plus, he put him down. He put him down a bunch of times. I mean, he put him down one time too. So he just had a really good performance, man. I like what Mario Barrios did, and I can't wait to see what he does next for sure.
Oh yeah. And I like how they moving him. Well, you know what? I take that back. I like the way he moving himself. How about that? I like the way he moving himself. I mean, yeah, he fought Tank Davis at 140, and then of course he moved on up again. He fought Keith Thurman. I like that. Then now look at him. Now he's getting better and better. His offense is great. His defense is need a little work on it. But like I say, Madonna, he just couldn't get him out of there. And Madonna, like I say, he don't look like it, but he has some heavy hands, and he caught Madonna. I mean, on Barrios, and that eye was closing, and maybe that might have been a reason why he couldn't get him out of there, because that right eye was closing shut. I mean, another 2 rounds, it probably would have been shut, But I mean, he did a good job working with that eye. That eye didn't bother him. and he was protecting the eye with the high guard. So no, congratulations to Barrio, man. He did what I thought he was gonna do last night. So that's
And
how.
one fight I forgot about, man. The Brandon Figueroa, and
Oh yeah.
damn, what's the guy's name? Is coming. What's his name? The
Shoot.
former Magdaleno, Jesse Magdaleno. There you go.
Yeah.
Brandon Figueroa and Jesse Magdaleno, man, they fought right before that fight. What you think of that fight? Brandon Figueroa got the stoppage.
Man, listen. When you fight Brandon Figueroa, you know you in for a workout. That's one thing about Brandon Figueroa. He doesn't go back. He goes forward. And he's gonna stay and press the action any way he can. He's a great switcher. He switched from southpaw to orthodox in the middle of throwing punches. That's just the way he fights. And don't get against the ropes because he's gonna go up top, down low, around the corner, up top, up top, up top. He never let his hands stand still. He always throwing punches here and there. And Magdaleno, yeah, he did go straight on downstairs and hit him low. Okay, he did hit him with a low blow. But of course, then the body shots start coming more often. Then next thing you know, yeah, DZ. I know some people say he's a dirty fighter, but I don't think he's a dirty fighter. I think he just know how to jock and fight for position, and that's what they all do. They give that forearm, they give him that shoulder bump, and then make room to punch. And of course, he let his punches go down from the left, right, liver, and then of course it might stray a little low like it did last night. But one was right there and it was perfect, and it put Magdaleno down. Now, Magdaleno did give him a lot of lateral movement. He was trying to get from out the way of Figueroa, but Figueroa was right back on him. And I think the referee didn't like his style of fighting because he kept on warning him about this or that or this or that. But again, Magdaleno going from rope to rope, corner to corner, turnbuckle to turnbuckle. I mean, but still in all, he got hit with another body shot, and that put him down.
Yeah.
So, but shout out to Brandon Figueroa. I mean, he fight just like his brother Omar. But Brandon Figueroa got beat by Steph Fulton, but that was a good fight. Only thing about it, Fulton, he got dragged into a fighting like Figueroa in that fight. But still in all, shout out to Brandon Figueroa. He did a great job. He stayed busy and he stuck to his game plan.
Yep.
All
And
right.
then the last part you said was the key. Brandon Figueroa ain't the most skilled. He ain't the fastest. He's not he doesn't have the highest ring IQ, but what he's really good at, which is a very underrated skill, is everybody that fight him, you're gonna fight his fight.
Yeah.
If you beat him, you're gonna have to beat him at his fight. You're gonna have to throw a lot of punches. You're gonna fight on the inside. You gonna have to do that shit. And I knew Jesse Magdaleno was not gonna be able to sustain, and the fight went exactly how I told people it would go because Brandon Figueroa just kept coming, kept coming, and eventually Magdaleno, he looked good at the beginning of the fight. Lateral movement was good. He was jumping in with counter shots, but it's hard to fight backwards and use lateral movement for 12 rounds. You got to be in some different type of shape, and you got to be on point. And eventually, that movement slowed down. Figueroa started getting to the body, and once he started leaning him up against the ropes, we all knew it was only a matter of time. And when he caught him with that body shot, that was all she wrote. But Brandon Figueroa at 126 is strong, big, relentless, and he loves fighting on the inside. And the good thing about him is not only does he throw a lot of punches, right now his chin is granted, so he takes a good shot too. So he can just wear on you, and it can just be an overwhelming presence. And he's way bigger than all these guys at 126 pounds. So he's gonna be tough. He's gonna be tough to beat at 126 pounds. Like, cause who's the champions up there? You got Rafael Espinoza, Luis Alberto Lopez. Shit, I forget. Oh, you got Raymond Ford. How do guys keep him away? How do you keep him away? Get enough respect from him to where you make him box on the outside and don't turn this shit into a rugged fight where y'all both throwing hundreds of punches per round, because that's gonna play right into his hands. So we'll see. Right. We'll see what happens and kind of where his career goes. He's a WBC interim champion. So I'm sure he'll be getting a shot at the WBC featherweight championship soon. But Brandon Figueroa is definitely somebody to watch out for, a dark horse in that division. because of the way that he's able to make everybody fight the fight that he wants them to fight. Very, very, very impressive fighter is Brandon Figueroa.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everybody hit the like button. We only got 56 likes and we got over 250 people in here. All right. Appreciate it. Okay.
It still has an update. You up over 100. I've been watching it, but let's get.
Okay. I got to refresh it. Okay, I got to refresh.
Yeah, let's get the likes up over 200. So I want to go back to so Shakur Stevenson had a little bit to say about the Tank Davis and Frank Martin press conference, and Tank Davis said something about Shakur Stevenson as well.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. So Shakur Stevenson in typical Shakur Stevenson fashion, he's talking shit about Frank Martin, and he says that Tank Davis was bullying Frank Martin, and he thinks that the guy he fought, Edwin De Los Santos, is a better fighter than Frank Martin. Kind of trying to set the expectation that it ain't gonna be too impressive if Tank beat him or whatever. What do you think of Shakur Stevenson kind of chiming in and kind of talking in that fashion about Frank Martin, saying that he thinks he's a little overrated and that Edwin De Los Santos is a better fighter?
I think he's just trying to compare himself. It's nothing on Frank Martin. I think it's mostly on Shakur's Tank Davis. Because Tank Davis is fighting not De Los Santos. He's fighting Frank Martin. So pretty much he's trying to compare himself to Gervonta Davis. Remember, he called out Gervonta Davis. He said, "Come on, let's make this fight. Come on, stop beefing with Floyd. Come on, and let's do it." So he looking for a payday. He only got a one thing left, one fight left with Top Rank. I think his contract can be up, and he want to go out with a bang. I'm talking about a money bang, a financial bang. That's what he want to go out with. All right, yeah, I got your fight game. All right, yes, sir. All right, I got you. Yes, sir. But so Shakur Stevenson trying to think that Tank Davis ain't that smart, trying to say that De Los Santos is better than Frank Martin. I think Tank could beat both of them guys if you want to know my opinion. But right now Frank Martin, I think he can beat De Los Santos if that was them. Because Frank Martin, he got the speed, he got the footwork, and De Los Santos don't have the footwork. He got the speed, but not the footwork. I mean, come on, Shakur just, he just right now, he's mad. You mad, and that's what it is. He's mad because he wanted that fight. He wanted that fight bad. So what he's trying to do is compare opponents. All right, that's what he's trying to do, compare opponents. Now, Shakur, if my memory serves me correctly, he won the fight, but it wasn't a good outing. And that's what it was. He looked, I think Shakur Stevenson's scared to get hit. That's my opinion. All right. I think he's scared to get hit with something that might knock him out. Now he fights good in mid range, but you can't fight Tank in mid range like that. Cause Tank, that's all he wants. So man, so Shakur Stevenson, just enjoy the fight and sit back and wait your turn. Because Gervonta Davis, and I quote and unquote, I'm starting off with Frank Martin. Everybody got to see me. And I think he mean that because he said it yesterday at the press conference. I don't know if I caught it or not, but he was saying as he was sitting down, man, they all got to see me. You first up.
Yep.
So
it's a couple of things about that I find it's very interesting, OG, and I find it very, very funny. Number one, Frank Martin. If Edwin De Los Santos is better than Frank Martin, why did you try to fight Frank Martin first instead of fighting Edwin De Los Santos? Why was he the replacement opponent? Why didn't y'all just send an offer to fight Edwin De Los Santos in the first place? If you a big dog, right, and you want to fight the best, you want to fight the better fighter. If you always felt Edwin De Los Santos was the better fighter, why didn't you offer him first instead of offering Frank Martin first? Was you trying to pick the lesser of two evils? You thought you were trying to take an easy fight? Why'd you do that? So that's one thing. The second thing is, we're not gonna act like we and all watch Edwin De Los Santos go on the ShoBox card and lose to William Foster. We're not gonna do that, bro. We're not gonna act like this man ain't already lost to a guy who got his ass beat on. Go watch what happened to William Foster in this fight. I forget the guy name, the Southpaw, 130 pounder out of Puerto Rico. Damn, I can't think of his name, but over there on Top Rank, he lost to him. So we're not gonna do that, bro. We're not gonna act like Edwin De Los Santos is all of this and all of that just because he on your resume. But what I will ask of Shakur Stevenson, what I will ask him to do, don't do that shit you did with Devin Haney, bro. If Frank Martin lose to Tank Davis, don't be talking about keep your head up, champ. You know what I'm saying? Don't start acting like you like him and shit. If Tank Davis lose to Frank Martin, don't tell Tank Davis, keep your head up, champ. Don't keep that same energy, bro. Because Shakur Stevenson is not Henry LeBron. There you go. Shakur Stevenson is known for motherfucking like hating the motherfucker, kicking them and shit while they up, and then when they go down, trying to act like he politically correct and taking the high road and shit, man. We don't want to see that shit. Keep that same energy, bro. Please. For us boxing fans, if you don't like him, if it's up like that, if you really gonna hate on everything the man do, just make sure you continue to do that all the way up until y'all fight, bro. All the way up until y'all fight. That's the only thing I'll say. Hate on him. Shit, you fought Edwin, he fighting Frank. So make it seem like Edwin is better. Talk up your resume. Talk your shit. Ain't nobody got no problem with that. Just when whatever happens in this fight, don't be giving nobody credit when you talked all this shit before the fight. So we don't want to hear about Tank B. I didn't even like that you were talking about how Tank was bullying him and shit. I don't even like that because remember, Tank is a bitch. Tank is a hoe. He ducking you. He this, he that. So we don't want to hear about how Tank bullying somebody and how you weren't ready for the opportunity and all that shit. Nah, bro. Keep talking your shit all the way till you fight him. And then stand on the shit that you was talking. And I'm going to say it, and I'm going to say it over and over again because I want this shit to drive home to all of y'all, bro. Shakur Stevenson will not fight neither one of these motherfuckers. Whether it's Frank Martin or Tank Davis, he won't fight neither one of them how he talk about them. And some of y'all is cool with that. I don't like that shit. And I'm going to keep telling you I don't like that shit. He will not fight neither one of them. The way that he talk, he won't fight them like he think they a bitch. He won't fight him like he think they a hoe. He won't fight him like he think they easy work. That boy gonna go back foot. That boy gonna be in that bitch cautious. He gonna make sure he don't let his hands go. He won't fight neither one of them the way he fought Jamel Herring. He won't fight neither one of them the way he fought Jamel Herring, bro. But he gonna talk that talk, and y'all gonna love that shit. Just remember, come tonight, when it's Tank or when it's Frank, come tonight they fight, because they gonna fight. When that boy running all around that ring, when that boy being cautious, when he not letting his hands go, when he don't want to engage, remember I told y'all that shit. And I want y'all to go back to all the bitch ass nigga this, hoe ass nigga that, motherfucker don't want to fight. I'ma prove I'm this, I'ma prove. I want y'all to remember all of this shit, bro. I want y'all to remember all of it, because he ain't gonna fight nothing like how he talking, and that's why I ain't fucking with it. I ain't fucking with it. I ain't fucking with it at all, bro. But that's all I got, man. He's supposed to do that shit, though. Just make sure you keep doing that shit all the way up until y'all actually fight, bro. But y'all just remember that this hero y'all got, all these dudes y'all got beating Tank, and they gonna do this to Tank. Remember, all of them gonna be gunshot in that ring, though. And the only way to victory is some amateur outpointing. Let me outpoint you. Let me hit and not get hit. Let me hurry up and get the fuck out of Dodge. That's the only way. That's the only way they got a shot. And everybody listen to my voice know that shit too. All y'all know that shit. But go ahead, OG. You got it.
Yes, sir. No, Big Dog Willie in the super chat. He said, I don't like Frank Martin with his ducking A. All right. Yes, sir. With his ducking ass. All right. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Big Dog Willie. Yeah, but security Stevenson, like I say, and like you say, he's not gonna fight Frank Martin. He's not gonna fight Tank Davis, because his style of fighting is tailor made for both of those guys. That's what I see. I see they tailor made for him. So he's not gonna fight him. He's gonna stay away, and like you say, he's gonna fight someone like a Jamel Herring, or someone that's gonna stand right there in front of him, where he can go and use his southpaw stance to go downstairs to the body, go upstairs and use his jab, and make it an easy fight for him. And that's what he want to do. That's who he is. All right, we got Big Dog Willie once again. Yes, sir. In the super chat, he said, "Knockoutboxing 86 TV hating on Shakur like usual."
Yeah, you can't. Right. The truth can't be hate, Big Dog Willie. Salute to you. Number one, the truth can't be hate. And if I'm hating on him, how about you get his scrotum out your hand? How about that? How about you take his scrotum out of your hands, bro? how about you take his scrotum out your hands, bro? Ain't nobody hating on that, man. You know I'm telling the truth. That boy talking all that shit, and I see Rolo too talking all that shit. He gonna run. That ain't no complete fighter. Talking all that shit, gonna get in the goddamn fight and run around the goddamn ring all goddamn night. Boy, stop. And y'all want Tank. So let me get he better than Frank Martin. So Tank should fight a motherfucker coming off of a loss. They couldn't cut off the ring, couldn't stop Shakur from moving. He supposed to fight a motherfucker coming off of a loss. Y'all have killed him, bro. Get the fuck out of here, man. Y'all boys bugging the fuck out. But I want to play this, and then we got to get to Canelo, man.
Okay.
So Tank Davis said this about Shakur Stevenson, and I like it. I love it. We got to hold him to it. This is what he said, bro.
All right.
Say, is there anyone you want to fight?
Yeah, Shakur.
Why?
Talk a lot.
And what happens in that fight?
I stop him. All you gonna do is run.
I saw you posted it's Tank against everybody.
Yeah.
That boy say he want to fight Shakur Stevenson next, KQ, and he said I'm gonna stop him, and he said all he gonna do is run. The only thing in question, and what he said, the only thing in question is whether or not he gonna catch Shakur Stevenson, because we all know that motherfucker gonna run. What you think of that?
Man, you know what? He's not lying. Shakur Stevenson, listen, love him or loathe him, he don't like to get hit. Or he maybe got hit somewhere in sparring, he didn't like it. And sometimes you don't want to go relive on what happened to you. That's terrible. You know, so Shakur Stevenson, he would use his foot movement. He would get out the way. Now, on De Los Santos, he's a big puncher. He heard. So therefore, he got out the way of them big brick hands. You know, so he got out the way and he got on his bike. Now, he won the fight, but he didn't put on a great performance. And of course, you know how judges are these days. So he went that top rank way, you know, and they gave him the win. But he don't want to face someone like a Gervonta Davis that can box, that can punch, and can get you out of there with one punch. You know, so he don't want none of that action. And Tank is right. He is going to get on that bike. He is going to run. You know, one thing about it is Tank, yes, if he's hurt, whatever, like he fought Pitbull Cruz, he'll get on the back foot. He'll use the lateral movement. But you seldom see Tank doing a lot of lateral movement. He going to stop. He going to fire. He going to stop, and then he going to engage. He going to get in there, engage, back, engage, back, engage. You know, so that's how he fights. So Tank is not far from the truth. That's how he fights. That's Shakur Stevenson. If he don't have an easy mid-range fight, because he likes to fight at mid-range, and he does make you miss and make you pay. But you gotta be the right type of fighter. You gotta be the right type of fighter that's gonna stand and put your head on that line. And then he gonna go to work on you. But no, like a Jamel Harrington. But no, not Tank. No. And a lot of other fighters that he's trying to stay away from. So, you know, be careful what you wish for. I'm telling you right now, be careful what y'all wish for, because you might just get it. So that's all I got.
Yeah, man. For me, number one, all right, Tank, shit, go get him next then. He said you want to fight him next, go get him next if y'all both win y'all fights. You know what I mean? That's number one. We'd love to see that fight. Number two, I think that he's right on the money, bro. Like, everyone knows what the game plan for Shakur Stevenson is gonna be. It's gonna be very cautious, very defensive first, and he's gonna not want to engage. So Tank Davis got to be able to cut the ring off if they fight. He got to be able to lure Shakur into a fight. And if I'm Tank Davis, you A-side shouter, you the big A-side. You negotiate for a small fucking ring. You get you one of them Timzoo Australia rings or some shit. You know what I'm saying? You don't let this because Shakur and them gonna be trying to fight in a 40 by 40 by 40 by 40. OG, they gonna want the biggest fucking ring possible, bro.
Yep.
The biggest ring possible. And I ain't with that shit. Get a small ass ring, and maybe some of y'all fire stick shit, and so y'all don't really care. I'm not trying to spend $89.99 watch a motherfucker talk about how he gonna beat the shit out of somebody, how you gonna fuck somebody up, and how this person is a hoe and that person is a hoe, and then go in the ring and fight like a hoe. Like, nah, bro, y'all tripping. Y'all tripping. Y'all just want to cap for a motherfucker. I am not trying to see that shit, bro. I am tired of these fighters with less than 50% KO percentages that don't fight nothing like what they talk, telling me on Twitter, telling me on interviews how goated they are, how great they are, how they can do this, how they can do that, and then get in the ring, and don't fight nothing like what they talk about. Stop talking like that, then, bro.
Right.
Stop talking like that, bro. Please. And I don't see how y'all can support people that talk like that, dog, and don't fight like how they talk. So I can't wait, bro. I can't wait. Tank said he want him next. Shakur claiming he want him next. Let's see. Let's get it popping.
Oh yeah.
Let's get this shit popping so we can get this shit over with. Because I already know what's gonna happen, bro.
Yeah.
I already know what's gonna happen, and that's the difference, though. That's the difference between me and you, Rolo, and everybody in the chat. Nobody should have to make you fight. You should want to fight. You admitting that the motherfucker don't want to fight. Nobody should make you fight. You that guy, right? You the one, right? You the GOAT, right? Why somebody got to make you fight? I don't want to see that scary shit. I ain't paying my $100 for no scary shit, bro. I don't want to pay my $100 for no scary shit, dog. Ain't no way, ain't no shape, ain't no form. Y'all can get on that bullshit if you want to. Cause if a motherfucker that you don't like tell you they gonna do something and tell you they gonna fight a certain way and tell you they this and tell you they that, and then they don't stand on it, y'all gonna cook them. But because it's somebody that you like or somebody you're a fan of, they can talk all this hot shit to you. They can do all this bloviating. Then when they go in there and they don't fight how they talk, y'all ain't got shit to say about it, bro. Shit to say about it. And ain't no excuses because I'm betting all y'all. So don't worry. I already know what's gonna happen. I'm just saying y'all boy ain't like that. Y'all boy ain't like that. He gonna talk a good game, then he gonna get in that bitch and he gonna run the whole goddamn fight. Watch what I tell you. That's all I got on OG. You got anything else on it before we get to Canelo?
No, that's it. That's all I got. That's all I got on Shakur. You know, like I say, just don't do a lot of talking and knowing you ain't that guy. You know, knowing you ain't that guy, because you know it's totally different on Twitter, and then in that square circle, it's totally different. You mean, wait a minute? He said he was gonna do this. Oh, he gonna do. Oh man. Oh, he on his bike now. Oh, he's doing that lateral movement. Oh, I thought he gonna stand there. You know, or meet him in the ring, or meet him in the center of the ring. You know, things like that. You know, but that's all I got.
Already. All right, let's talk about Canelo and Jaime Munguia. The fight first, because there's some things that happen after the fight that we're gonna talk about. We're going a little long for y'all today. OG, you don't mind, do you?
No, sir.
Yeah, we're going a little long for y'all today. So smash the like button and subscribe to Kqkc and show some love in the super chat if y'all could. Listen. Canelo and Jaime Munguia. What did you think? What did you think of that performance by Canelo Alvarez, man?
Man, to be honest, I think Canelo, he is slowing down. Canelo looked old last night. He's looking old, and he's at the point where he has so many fights that he don't even feel pain anymore. Jaime Gill was hitting him with some good stuff. Canelo walked right through it, and of course, Canelo was missing a lot too. His accuracy was off. But then again, Canelo still got that power. He still got that power in him, and he knocked McGee down. What's that? The fourth round, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. The third or fourth round, he caught him with an uppercut. McGee got up. Now McGee said, you know, he's more of surprised than hurt, but we all know that that hurt him because he put him down on the ground. You know, but then again, Canelo took a lot of shots last night. McGill was showing that youth. He was showing that, hey, I'm 27, you 33. You know, you had a lot of fights. I had a lot of fights. And then he was going downstairs to the left, right, liver, and also downstairs to the stern. Now, McGill, I think he got a little bit too anxious. I think he was just a little bit too anxious. See, McGill, when he gets excited, he started throwing and get a little wild, and he was a little wild last night, and he was kind of throwing low. And of course, Canelo's like, you know, come on, keep him up, keep him up. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I think McGill hurt Canelo with a body shot. Now he said it was a low blow, but I think it was a body shot. Now, but it seemed like that McGill just couldn't hurt Canelo hurt him. Canelo stood up the whole round. He did not take his stool for the 12 rounds they fought. He stood up the whole 12 rounds. But I think Canelo Alvarez is winding down. All right. The face of boxing, one of the face of boxing, is starting to wind down. And now I can say this though, Canelo, he can win. He know how to win. And as Jaime Gill said, his experience took over last night. And experience is the best damn teacher. So that's what I think so far.
Already. Shout out to all the new Frank Martin and Shakur Stevenson fans coming over from the Devin Haney fan base. Appreciate y'all finding y'all a new fighter and shit. Just keep moving from fighter to fighter and shit. Y'all are always welcome to just come on over to the tank side though. But shout out to all y'all in the chat that's becoming Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin fans. We see y'all. We see all y'all, man. Salute to y'all. salute to all y'all, man. Canelo.
Wait. Yeah. Shout out to Jason. Fewell. What's going on, baby? In that super chat, he said Shakur better chew a lot of gum to get that chin tight against Tank.
Listen, Canelo. I thought he played the fight perfectly. Munguia came out hot, started very, very well. He bagged some early rounds and shit. And I like this activity. He started off the fight how I thought he would have to start off the fight. So I like that, bro. I like that Munguia tried to throw a couple of combinations, keep Canelo busy. But once Canelo realized that Munguia couldn't hurt him, Canelo went into his bag. Number one, his jab, the timing on his jab, shit, fire. The smaller dude out jabbing the bigger, longer dude, that shit was fire. His counter punching ability, the way that he was setting up that left hook on the inside, the uppercuts and shit, how explosive he was with his counter punching. Canelo was in his bag last night, and he didn't get tired. I was like, yo, he got a gas tank and shit now. He came in extra light this fight. He weighed 166 on the scale, so he had a good count. He made weight by 2 pounds and shit. And so we know Canelo is explosive with his counter shots. He put Jaime Munguia down with the uppercut. And Jaime Munguia, to his credit, got up. You know what I'm saying? Got up and kept coming forward. And Munguia, Bella Faith, Munguia was the one that started looking tired towards the back half of the fight. And Canelo just landed the cleaner shots, kept coming forward, showed good defensive head movement, and he was in his bag, bro. I thought Canelo put on a good performance. And I told y'all Canelo by decision. That's what ended up happening. Now, I would just ask Canelo Alvarez as we move on from talking about what he did in the ring, which was a good performance, just what we all expected for him to do, most of us, because he was in there against a guy that was not nearly as skilled as him. And once Munguia settled into the fight by round 4, round 5, you could see it clear as day. But now that we got past that, Canelo, will you please fight David Benavidez? OG, they asked Canelo about David Benavidez. You know what his response was?
Yeah, money.
He said 200 million. He said 200 million, bro.
Right.
What is it about David Benavidez that has him so spooked, man?
The risk, the punches, the relentless, they keep coming. They keep cutting off the ring. That's what happens relentless. That's what I believe. And of course, it is a high reward he's looking for because it's a high risk. It's a very high risk. Now, David Benavidez, yeah, he is that guy. No doubt about it. He is that guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's what he got. And so shout out to Chris Truck. He said, KO, you a fool.
Come on, man.
A Rolo in a photo, baby. Yes, sir. Appreciate you that super chat. He said, get the hell on, KO. I've been a Cure fan too. Knock it off.
Respect. Shit, I can't tell. When Shakur was into it with Devin Haney, you were cooking his ass. You weren't fucking with Shakur when it was Devin, boy. Don't do that. You was on Devin's side like a motherfucker when he was into it with Shakur. Now all of a sudden you rocking with Shakur, man. Talking to us about how Devin gonna beat the shit out of Ryan Garcia cheating ass. Come on, man. Come on, man. Stay with your guy, man. I know he got that L. They probably gonna get it overturned or something, man. Come on.
But you know what, Knockout, you right. Canelo just couldn't get hurt. and like I told you, he stood up the
Yeah,
whole fight. He was
yeah.
in shape. Now, don't think Canelo don't hear things like other fighters. Fighters are human. They put one leg on at a time like I do. They are human, and Canelo hears that, oh, he's getting old, or he's slowing down, or he hears those things. And then he comes out and look the best he can be. Now, I will say this: Canelo was setting traps. Canelo was setting traps, taking his time. Wasn't rushing. He did take a lot of hits to the head, but they weren't hurting him. Like I said, my McGill was throwing his load. I mean, he was throwing his load real 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 punches unanswered. Canelo just high guard and just dribbling ahead, and still
Yeah.
and it hurt him.
He
And
was
it hurt him.
parrying shots so well, and like
Yeah.
the head movement. Canelo looked good last night. Y'all know I don't fuck with Canelo, but that
Right.
boy can
Right.
fight, and he looked good last night, bro. I ain't gonna hold y'all. He looked like
Right.
a problem. Like he looked legit last
Right.
night. That was a good performance, man. You could tell he like, I cannot lose to a Mexican, bro. I gotta like that, and that's what it is, OG. He is not if he lose to one of the brothers or to somebody from Russia and shit, that's one thing, but he cannot lose to a Mexican. Because remember, if you didn't have it on because you calling the fight, but when the fight started, them Jaime chants, they was just as loud as them Canelo chants and shit. So it like the Mexican fans, they just waiting, bro. They just waiting on another Mexican to come along that they gonna get behind. But by the time it got to the back half of the fight, all you could hear was Canelo. He ain't trying to lose no Mexican, so he came in here ready. He was ready last night. He wasn't trying to have that bullshit, man.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think he fought a good fight, and he's showing people, hey, I'm still here. I'm not going nowhere. Oscar, So I mean, he did what he had to do last night, and I ain't mad at him because McGill, he's 27, and he still that was the first step up. That was the first time, in my opinion, he fought an elite fighter, except for Devichenko. So therefore, I think he was trying to hurt Canelo coming out the gate, throwing 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, and Canelo just ate him up. He just ate him up and just had the high guard, and then Canelo came out, I think, the third round and stepped on the gas, and then there you go, the uppercut. Then
I
next
just
thing you
hope
know,
he'll give us a fight that we ask him to give us. Ain't nobody left at 168, bro.
right.
Maybe Benavidez will come back down, but who we gonna fight now? We got to watch him fight Edgar Berlanga. We about to
Well,
get the Jamal Charlo fight. Like, come on, bro. We not trying to. Ain't nobody trying to see that shit, man. But shout out to the homie Fight Game in the Cash App. He says, with the 5 piece, he say, 9 KO. Tell them Haney fans to stay under they rock that they been hiding under. I fuck with Shakur, but he got to show me something. I'm nervous for Tank. Please tell me why I shouldn't be. Fight Game, are you talking about you nervous for him against Shakur, or you nervous for him against Frank Martin? Which one? So I can answer your actual question. You ain't got to put it in the Cash App, but you still in here. Tell me which one. I assume Frank Martin because that's who we fighting right now, but I just want to make sure. Is that what you talking about, bro? Like who? Are you still in? Are you still in the building, dog? Frank. Okay. Yeah. So I don't think you should be nervous because Frank. What does Frank Martin do better than Tank? If you go down the line, experience, Tank has better experience. Hand speed, Tank's hands are faster.
foot speed,
Tank has faster feet. Power, Tank is a harder puncher. Chin,
angles.
Chin, Tank got a real good chin. I mean, I don't think there's anything you should be nervous about. The 14-month layoff, maybe, but Frank Martin's been out of the ring almost a year too, so that's pretty much a wash. I don't think anybody, the fighters that should make you nervous about Tank, maybe it's Subriel Matias because of how much he punches and how rugged and how rough he is. But if we're talking about like just the 135 guys, no one should make you nervous. You should be confident in all of those fighters because Tank is more talented and skilled than all of them. And then plus he's a dog. So I would say I wouldn't be nervous based off of those facts right there. Like everything that Frank can do, Tank can do, but he can do it better. So I wouldn't say anything. Any robotic as shit. He muscular as shit, and he fights in spurts. Just Frank Martin. but carry a lot of muscle. So he got to recharge those batteries and shit. If anything, I'd say maybe the game plan Derrick James can come up with to make the fight competitive. I'd be worried about that. Like what type of game plan? What is he gonna try to get Frank to take away from Tank? And even then, does Frank have the physical tools to be able to do it? So I wouldn't be nervous. I would be excited. This is an opportunity for Tank Davis to step in and fight somebody that the type of fighter they said that he wouldn't fight. And if he looked damn good doing it, it's gonna shut a lot of people up. So you should be excited, man. As a fan of boxing and as a Tank Davis fan, I'm always excited when he fight, man. You know, it is what it is. So that's my thoughts on that. OG, do you got anything else on the show before we go, man?
No. Like I say, congrats to Canelo Munguia. I think he still got to go back to the drawing board. You find a guy that I don't know how many fights on his belt, and one thing about it, Canelo's that guy, and Gervonta Davis, great kickoff press conference. I can't wait to see the next one. Grand Arrival. I don't know if they're gonna have that, and the fight is next month, so I don't know. But still in all, we getting a lot of boxing, y'all. I love it. We got Kambosa next week, and we got Lomachenko next week. And we got a fight, I believe, Friday night. I mean, on Monday night or Tuesday night, something like that. So
yeah, you got Monster anyway. It's gonna be early in the morning, man. Early in the morning.
is that what is that? Tuesday morning, right?
Yeah, it is. Hold on. I think it's Tuesday morning. Let me see. I got it right here. May 6th. So yeah, this morning. Because today is the 5th, so in the morning. So early tomorrow morning is when it's going.
Okay, so it's tonight. Well,
yeah, it's basically this upcoming night. So today is Sunday the 5th. Early tomorrow morning on Monday is when it's
all
going.
right. Okay, so if y'all want to join Kqkc, check and see if I'm up, and come on and come on in the chat. All right, so that's all I got.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Everybody have a great day. Happy Cinco de Mayo. If you're celebrating it, I'm about to go get some Mexican food and margaritas right now. So we're going to have fun. I'll see y'all soon, man. We out of here.
All right. Peace. All right. Y'all know how we do it. Yes, sir. We are definitely living it up. Peace, y'all.
This song is dedicated to all those ballers out there and all those hustlers. And just people out there just getting their money on, you know what I'm saying? To all of you haters, just remember this. I'm living it up, y'all.
In my lifetime, haters tried to put me down, telling me things I couldn't do and goals I won't achieve. Even my best friends used to tell me that I wouldn't amount to much, but thoughts like those I could not foresee. So I'm living it up, y'all. I got diamond rings and pearls. I'm living it up, y'all. I got rich and pretty girls.
just chasing paper. You get what belongs to you. And for you gold diggers and everything, just remember that I'm coming up in life.